For the third year in a row, the persecution of Christians worldwide has hit a record high. According to a new report by the advocacy group Open Doors, 1 in 12 Christians around the world experiences persecution for their faith. Joining us now is Kristin Wright, Director of Advocacy for Open Doors USA. Thanks for joining us on the program.
It's great to be here. Thanks.
Islamic extremism followed by ethnic nationalism are the main causes of persecution. Tell us about the countries where this is the most prevalent.
Yes, so in 35 out of the 50 countries on the Open Doors World Watch List, Islamic extremism is a driver of persecution, and that would be countries like Iraq, countries like Syria, where we're hearing about this in the news every day. But those groups aren't just ISIS, it's also groups like Al-Shabaab in Somalia, but then beyond that, in Nigeria, Boko Haram and other groups are targeting Christians as well.
What can we do to reverse this trend? I mean, the number of persecuted Christians continues to rise.
That's right. In fact, Open Doors found that in 2016, it was actually the worst year in the modern age. For 4 years in a row, Christian persecution has been worsening around the globe. But one thing that Christians can do is pray for their persecuted brothers and sisters. You can also take action. As the Director of Advocacy, I facilitate petitions and campaigns and urge Christians to go to opendoorsusa.org to learn more about how to advocate on behalf of their persecuted brothers.
And what does that mean, advocate?
Well, we're specifically actually urging the Trump administration to take real action on this issue. And with persecution worsening now more than ever, it's crucial for the administration to be vocal on this issue and to pick good people for the State Department to work on it.
You don't have an accurate number of Christians in this report. Why not?
Of Christians killed for their faith. That number for this report is 1,207. But we're saying that that's not necessarily accurate, and here's why. It's because in countries like Syria and Iraq, it's very difficult to get your hands on actual numbers of Christians who are killed because people just disappear in many cases. It's hard to quantify that. How also in countries like North Korea, we actually have no idea. That's very difficult to get that information. And so those are just the deaths that are on record. But what Open Doors found this year is that deaths were actually more globally, it's spread out. And so we had deaths in Mexico and Colombia of Christians who were specifically killed for their faith.
This is fascinating. Kristin Wright, Director of Advocacy for Open Doors USA, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Lauren.
Our partners at Catholic News Agency have an in-depth look at Open Doors' work. And to read their story, visit Catholic News Agency at catholicnewsagency.com.